Hello, everyone. I'm so glad that you are here. Today in my studio, I have Christyn Dalle. She is from Cameroon. I believe she is from Cameroon. She's now living in the UK, and I'm inviting her here because I was speaking to Mr. John White, and he said, "Oh, have you seen Chris?" She goes by Chris Dale out on social media, and I check a look at your posts. You're a very inspiring person, and I thought, I want to reach out to her and inviting her here. So, without further ado, Christyn Dalle, if you would please say hello to everyone.
Hello, everybody. Nice to be here. I'm so pleased to be with you, Julie.
I am so pleased to have you. It's such a pleasure for you to accept the invitation to be here. So let's our heart to heart conversation started. Let's start from the very beginning. Where are you from? Where are you right now? Which I said it already, but you can go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself, your parents, your family.
Okay. I'm from Cameroon, like you rightly said. I'm based in the UK, and I've been in the UK now for over 2 decades. I came here as a student. I studied um, early years learning, working with kids from 0 to 6 year olds, and then worked a little bit in that area. After a couple of years, I decided to change career because I was interested in finance. So I did a day with the London Stock Exchange, Central Bank, and I really loved it. So I decided to go back to school to start from year one to do finance. At least my first, in short, I have MA in business and finance, and then MSc in finance and risk management. And then I did some professional accounting as well. So basically, that's my area at the moment. Um, on the family side, I'm from a middle class family. Um, we are seven in total, but our parents have blessed memory. And then out of the seven of us, three are gone, four of us are remaining. So we had four females, three males, but two males are gone with one female. So we are remaining just four of us. I'm based in the UK. One of my sisters is based in the US with her family, and then the eldest, she shuttles between Cameroon and Canada. She's there with her family, with one of her. Well, there are two children there in Canada. Then my junior brother, he's the one who is back home holding the fort there. Yeah.
Wow, wow. So, you're in finance. It's
Yeah.
so amazing. I mean, that you're dealing with numbers, numbers speaks, numbers talks, right? Um,
Yes.
do you have an experience in terms of course, you have experience in finance, but have you ever had to deal with a situation where you're like, we're losing this number. Where is this number coming from? Because I know that in math, you have to, I guess, you have to account at every single fact that's given to you in order for you to share or solve a problem. I've only know up to calculus.
These days with technology, things are no longer like they used to be before. You don't use your brains to calculate. The calculators are there. So it's like there are difficult situations, but you guys handle it as a team. Because like in my own situation, I've never worked on my own. I always work with others. So we have, like, when we have a project, we go through the project until it's done. So I do my bit, but it's always checked by someone who is more experienced and things like that. So it's good though, but it's a fast environment whereby you have to be with attention to details, because one mistake is like it runs all the way through. So you have to be very, very vigilant. But I
Right.
love it though.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't hear what you just said.
No, I said, but I love it.
Yes, of course, of course.
Yeah.
It's tough, it's dry, but once you actually really love it, you really into it. So talk to me about risk management.
Okay. Risk management. Actually, in risk management, you have different areas. So the areas that I really concentrated on is credit risk. Yeah. That's the area that I've worked in, and then as a credit controller as well. So all those ones is like you calculate as a credit controller, you guys you work on we go through we calculate what I think let me see, how do I put it? The best way to put it is to deal with what people are owing and things like that. I don't know if I've explained that properly, but
Basically, you help them balance the sheet.
well, that one is more of accounting. Yes.
Yeah. And then
Hmm.
also, I think, is that something where, like I said earlier, numbers talk, right? And you
The
gotta,
numbers are tough.
right? So the number tells stories.
No, they tell 1,000 stories, that's for sure. And sometimes it's like um, you have to be confident with what you're doing as well.
Hmm.
So it involves, but like I said before, I have always worked with, you know, team with others.
Hmm.
So I'm good.
Yeah, yeah. So in your line of career, I know you probably meet a whole bunch of a lot of people. How does Have you been in network marketing or multi-level marketing or any kind of network marketing before?
To be honest with you, I've never, but I did try a couple of them. I
Uh-huh.
think there are two that I did try to go into, but I realized that it's not, it wasn't what I wanted,
Hmm.
because it's like I didn't know anything about affiliate marketing or something like that. And
Hmm.
then when you go on social media, you see all these promises that they make. And then
Hmm.
even when you register, you realize that you pay. From my own experience, I realized that you have to make payments each month.
Hmm.
So that was more like kind of an MLM or something. I don't know, but I think that's why I looked at it, because the one that I was actually so involved in, I made payments for about 6 months
Wow.
and I didn't see anything. So, and then there was no one for me to talk to. So I just looked at the whole thing. I said, no, that's not for me. It means I haven't really got what it takes to do that. Or maybe I haven't invested enough time to actually do that.
I see. I see. And so how did you get to know on passive, and how did you hear about on passive, and when did you join on passive?
On passive, I joined on passive through Collins is my baby brother.
Who?
Collins Manor.
Oh, Colin Manna. I love him.
Yes, Collins is this. You know, with Collins is so, how do I put it? He's so honest. He's someone that when he says something, I don't doubt him for a minute.
Right.
Who called and told me about Unpassive, and just like that, I did not even, in short, I didn't ask much. I didn't ask too many questions because I knew that it was legit. So he told me about it. Then I have a friend in the States as well, Mrs. Ginger. She called me and told me about it. Then I confirmed to her, I said, yeah. So two of them actually did. But Collins was the one who made me to like,
Yeah.
to do more passive. Yeah.
Yes, we love him. He's
Yeah.
a very honest, natural, kind of like the nature is in him. I mean, I can look at him and I can see that there's a kindness in Colin.
He is passionate. He loves on passive.
Yes.
In short, he talks each time we talk, we can't really discuss without going into passive. And through him, I've learned a lot because his background is in technology. So
Mm-hmm.
he actually explained things to me why this was going on.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a lot of like understanding
Mm-hmm.
that with what is happening with the company. If I don't understand anything, I go online and research a little bit. And then when I talk to him, he like explains. And there's so much that you guys do out there, so many videos that sometimes when I come back home, I'm just relaxing. I go to one of the videos and just listen.
Mm-hmm. Wow, you're so lucky to have a brother in on passive and you can talk to him all day.
Oh, yes, Collins, he's so busy. I remember sometimes you try to reach him, you can't because it's like he goes from one webinar to the other, one webinar to the other. Then it's late at night. That will actually will just catch up a little bit and then he will just fill me in. He said, when you call, you don't get me. I said, no, I understand because I do see you and it's not easy. No, he has done so much. In short, I've learned a lot
Yes,
from
yeah.
them as well. Yeah.
So that's why your journey. When did you join on passive?
I joined on passive. I've been in on passive now 4 years.
4 years.
Yeah, I just done 4 years, 17th of August.
August. So
Yes.
when he told you about on passive, you just said, "Sign me on. I'm on. No question asked." Because
Yes.
first of all, it's a thing about your relationship with your brother. You trust him, you love him so much. Whatever he comes to you, I think that would be the first instinct, right? You have no question asked
Yeah.
because not only that, but Colin has his own credibility as well. So
Oh,
you
yeah.
just, yes, you just no asking. You're so lucky to have a brother to talk to every day about unpassive. I wish I had that. I have a brother that I could talk to. I do have brothers. I have five of them.
All
Um,
right.
but we're not in the same on the same page with unpassive. That's the reason why I feel like within my family I have, I travel this alone, and but we have a family in unpassive, and so I feel very you're very lucky to have Colin. So how has the journey been for you?
So far so good. At least I understand what's going on.
Hmm.
And then it's like I appreciate from the moment that I got the picture. In short, I really, really from the bottom of my heart appreciate what our CEO is doing because this has never been done before. If you follow the usual business structure, it's nothing like this. This is completely different. So it's like every day I learn through on passive, at least I can talk about affiliate marketing a bit because
Hmm.
at least we've gone through the process. When I joined, actually it was Go founder. So you remember how so I've seen how, in short, how the company has evolved over the years. And I
Hmm.
really, really appreciate that, to be honest. And then the closeness amongst the founders, this is unique. You don't see that anywhere, to be honest. It's unique, it's different. On passive is like it's infectious. Once you start talking or chatting to someone, you feel like you've known the person for years, and that's something that you don't see elsewhere. And you credit to our leader because of the type of person he is. He's always there. We see him, it's like he's someone we know, we can touch, we can feel. Even you, Julie, over the years I've watched you. It's like all the tears, all the joy. We've gone through all that process. I watch you guys every time, no matter where I am. I come back home when there is a webinar, I have to watch. If I miss it, I like I watch after that to like know what's happening. My family, they know how passionate I am when it comes to unpassive. But I'm someone who likes to be in the background.
Yes, it has been a blessing for me,
Yeah.
and I feel that we all get called to be here. Everyone, all of us, the
Yes.
entire world get called to be here, but there's only some that are chosen that actually accept that calling. And for me is I feel that on passive is it's like has a life on its own that I enjoy so much.
Yeah.
It's like every time when you someone come and ask you about on passive, you really kind of like decide which information do I want to let you know, because we have so many
Yeah.
information, but that information that we have is only 1 in 10 or to 10%. There's not all of it yet. And so it's kind of like it's on the tip of your tongue, that you have to talk about it.
You have to, because we learn every day. This is a learning process. Life itself is a learning process. So each time, well, like when I come in, I log in, I look at the videos that you guys produce every day. It's not easy, Julie. I've learned from you guys. There was a time when I could catch up. I used to watch you and Michael Williams. I'll just rush and switch it on. and listen to you guys a bit before I go out. Sometimes on the bus, I'll just put on my earpiece and catch a glimpse of what you guys are talking. To be honest, you guys have done a lot. And on passive is that spirit. We have so much talent in on passive. And I appreciate that because I learn every day from you guys. What I'm doing now, this is something that I've not done before. Because even at work, I do video calls only with those that I'm really used to. It's not like I do something to I'm not a public speaker, let me put it that way. Because through on passive, so many of us can actually use talk on when you use webinars, or when you attend webinars, you talk to the whole world because you don't know where the videos they end, but I think they go around the world. So that's something that we are picking up, and I'm really grateful for that.
Right, right. Unpassive is it's a connector. It's like connecting all of us throughout the world, whether or not we are speaking English or speaking different languages, whether or not we have the talent. I mean, it's really an amazing thing. And it so far has made such a big impact in the humanity.
Yeah.
Imagine when Unpassive is releasing fully to the world. It's
Mhm.
monumental. I mean, this morning, Mr. Ashmufar giving us updates on all that is happening. It's just amazing. And seriously, when I heard that what he said, I just jump and dance. It's like hooray,
I
you know.
know.
Yeah, yes. It's just amazing how where we are, how we get to experiencing each other.
And like they said, Julie, nothing good comes easy.
Hmm.
I believe the way I look at it, some of the challenges that we are going through, it really helps the company to grow and go towards this direction, because now even our CEO, he must have learned so much. He doesn't even hide that from us. He tells us he's
Yeah.
learned a lot. You don't trust people 100%. Trust but verify. So when he said that, I just looked at him, I'm like, okay. When my cousin called me, I said, well, I don't trust you. I said, that's what I took from our CEO today. And then she was like, what do you mean? I said, well, I trust you, but I'll always verify. I said,
Yeah.
because from him you get, each time, like when I see him, he comes on screen, whether he's going through tough times or not, he always smiles.
Yeah.
So that has changed me completely, the way I look at life, the way I look at things. I'm like, if Mr. Mufareh can come and sit down in front of us with the load that he has and still smiles, then I'll keep smiling,
Yeah.
because it shows strength, positivity. He does that. Even when we're really down, he still smiled. So that's my take. I'm really grateful.
Yeah. He is I mean, like you can see his life displayed for all of us in a way
Honestly.
because of the way he spoke, his commitment to us. He's focusing on his purpose. He's keep moving onto that direction because he knows that no one can do the things. He had tried it. He had giving people opportunity. No one has the kind of heart that he does. I'm very sure there's people out there that have such a big heart, but the consistent, the resiliency that he has that makes sure Unpassive has come alive to give the entire world a chance to change their life.
Honestly, the way I look at it, it looks like someone who was ordained. They say that the world needs dreamers and they need doers, but the world needs dreamers who can also do.
Hmm.
And it fits in both of those categories. I can dream, you can dream, but we can never, in short, to imagine something of this magnitude, you must be ordained. So each time I look at him, I say, yeah, you were definitely ordained to do what you're doing.
Yeah.
Because irrespective of what they've tried to do around him, we don't know anything. But with me, I can guess sometimes, but just guess, even if I don't say it aloud. Like when online, I see a lot of negativity. Sometimes when I see it, I go back and start like replying, try to educate people to the best of my knowledge. I'm like, you guys have to pray for him for what he's going through. He's fighting for us. You guys sleep, you wake up, Your life is structured in a particular way. Him is not only about his family, we are family as well. That's the way he comes on screen. The first thing he does, my name is Ash Mufareh, I'm your friend. What does that tell you?
Mhm.
You smile. So whether it's bad news, he smiles and then he will still tell us. It's not all CEOs who do that. They won't even come for, in short, they won't come to see us or to tell us what's going on.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like I've learned so much, to be honest, Julie. A lot.
He is God sent.
He
I
is.
talked to one of the guests that was came here. He said he is not human being.
He's not. He's
He's not
not.
alien, but he's not human being. He's like between. And I said,
Honestly,
yeah, I said, you know, we know how difficult life can be, but for the people had gone through those difficulties, it's hard. It's very
really
difficult.
hard.
It's really hard to do it, but you kind of guess behind the scene of all the arrows that comes at him, all the things that comes at him, but he just take it with grace because he believe, he knows that this is a divine intervention.
It is.
Yeah. And in order for you to have that drive, that resilience to go through all of that, it must have been the belief that he had that this is God sent. This is God wants me to do.
Honestly, he's just different because when I got the picture of Unpassive, because I can proudly say that I've got the picture. There are so many founders out there who don't really know where they are. I'm like, you guys don't understand what Mr. Mufareh is giving us. You guys have not seen what well, he talks to us all the time, but it depends on what you take from what he says. And then even when they do videos, like you guys do videos and then you put online, people don't really take their time to listen to what you guys, you guys are trying to educate us, which is great because all those informations that you guys put out there is to help the founders to really understand what unpassive is all about. So many, I realize that they just go, they follow the negative, messages online and then come back. There are some words I cannot relate to a CEO because once they say that, sometimes I'm like, I'll block you if you continue along this line because you don't understand. You've not given him anything. Why are you complaining? Everything when you go to your back office, you log on. Do you think that they just appear there by magic? Everything is carefully crafted, is done, and he pays his time. And he says that it's do it or die for him. So what gives you the right to come here and start writing trash? It's so annoying. What he takes, some of us cannot take that. That's for sure.
The way how I see is this: Mr. Ashmufara is riding this huge vehicle, right?
Yeah,
You can get on, you can buy the tickets, you can get on, you can see where he's taking you, right? And if you don't like it, you get off.
yeah.
Right? You just
Understood.
it's really simple, you know. And I wanted to say this. I really appreciate you that for your notice about the videos that we are doing and putting it out there, because the way how I see things is that I see things in multidimensional. I like to look at unpassive in many way, in many angles. And the purpose of my discussion with Michael William is to look at unpassive in different angle and see it. But it all come down to is Catmo, right? Catmo to
Yes.
me at the very beginning, it was a seed of information, is a seed of knowledge. And
Mhm.
if you could understand Catmo, you
Yeah,
can look at on passive in multi-division and you can see the picture like you said.
yeah.
Because everything in on passive is interconnected.
It is.
It
It
it it's totally is. And it's so simple and it makes so much sense. Unless you have so many cement that been pulling down on in the back of your head for you not to be able to see it, because it's
honestly.
so simple.
Yeah.
It's just it's like it makes so much sense, Like I said on the last video that we did, it is all common sense, right? How, I mean, I don't know if you watched the last video that we did about how do we know that on passive will work. If you got the picture, you know exactly how it works. And
Yeah,
in order for you to get the picture, you got to know catmo, and you got to think in terms of common sense.
yeah.
Now, even if we're not doing business, before on passive, even if we are just coming from an auto worker like Chris Johnson or other people, when we come in to see on passive, it makes total sense.
Total sense, because you see how the company evolves, how things are put in place, and then with all the videos that you guys do, at least a lot of things make sense. At least it comes to, how do I put it, to fruition, or it's like it's real. You see right in front of you. So I'm really surprised that some people up to now have still not got the picture. They still don't understand. Their understanding about unpassive is really, I don't know how I can put it, because they ask questions which you wouldn't believe they will ask. But sometimes I'm like, okay, maybe we need to like explain things to them a little bit, in a way that they will understand. But unfortunately, they always go out there and listen to negative, videos, and then come back and start going, in short, start asking question, or they insult, to be honest. What I read online, before on passive, I was never on social media, Julie. I was never on social media. And even after I joined on passive, I didn't like the space, to be honest. But on passive gave me something, because if you go to my page, you see only on passive. I decided that I'm not going to be posting anything, whether it's family or whatever. At least we have WhatsApp and other, groups that I can do that with family members. But when it comes to on passive, I told my family, I said, my Facebook page is on passive. Don't send me anything, whether it's family, don't send it there. Because if you do, I'll delete it. Because I just believe that if I go to my page, or I come to your page sometimes, it's just to go there and go through the videos. And then look at something. When you listen, you at least you pick something. And that's how it helps us navigate this process until when things will really, as they say, people are more interested in the apples. I'm like, well, the apples are there, they will come, but everything needs to be put in place before they start to come.
Exactly. Exactly. You have to plant the seeds, you have to nurture the plant, you have to wait for it to come. It just doesn't come when you just put the seed in 6 years ago.
Yes. Like I said, that Julie, you not believe there are some people that I look up to. But when I saw some of the negative comments that they leave online, I go back personally and write, and I'm like, this is wrong. Coming from someone like you. Oh, we are tired. I said, no, 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 you're tired. What about our CEO?
Yeah.
Do you think that he goes to sleep as much as you do? He doesn't. And he's not owing you anything. By the way, you forgot. Oh, yeah, I know it's his money. I said, then why are you talking? I said, because in real business sense, you have to invest. And even after investment, sometimes you are a silent partner. You have no voice. You have no say. I said, so you people think that you have to come and just talk carelessly. I said, the least you can do is to go down on your knees every morning when you wake up. If you do prayers, always include our CEO for God to help him and the family. And one thing they forget to understand, he has a young family too, Julie.
Hmm.
He needs to spend time with his family. But all this time he's trying to craft something that's going to help us and our generations. Did he know us? No, he didn't know us. So the least we can do is to like, we are on perseverance now, at least we'll help to foster his vision and mission out there.
Hmm.
Because he said, I can help one person, I can't help the whole world, but I can help one person, the person will be able to help others. And that's his to us, which we appreciate so much.
And I also appreciate the fact that he always comes on and remind us to do one good things a day, for the people that are saying things that it's negative and all of that stuff. I
Yeah.
believe that they are coming from a place of anger, frustration,
Mhm.
no patience. But if they kind of remove themselves from those situations and think about the people that in a more difficult situation than they are, if they just remove themselves away from it, and continue to do one good things a day, I believe that would change. And so that's a reason why so many times I believe that our CEO wanted to inspire us to
Yeah.
do one good things a day, and what do one good thing a day, starting from removing negativity, frustration from your heart and your mind,
Yeah.
Christy, to be able to do that. In order for you to actually have a little bit of passion in what you're doing, you got to remove all that hatred and that frustration away.
Yeah. Because like you start from small things before you grow.
Yeah.
So when you do something okay, for instance, you go online, the likes of you guys, like I said before, Maddie, Chris, you, Bill Musk, you name it, Andy Bex, Collins, you guys do videos every day,
Mhm.
comfort, you name it, all those things. In short, you guys did not just arrive where you are today just like that. You started little by little,
Mhm.
and then you got to where you are today. And
Mhm.
because you're comfortable, you can actually help others to understand or to see what you can see, because all of us have eyes but we don't see equally. What you see, I might not be able to see those things, but it's only if I have the patience to listen to what you're saying. I know that some people are impatient because they say, "Oh yeah, I've not got anything." I said, "Well, think about it. If you use the banks, you invest money. After a year, if you see the little that they give you for that money that has been kept away, it's nothing. It doesn't even solve any of your problems. So look at it this way: the little that you invested in on passive just to secure a place. I said, because they didn't take the CEO didn't take anything from us. He gave us back everything to make sure that we are okay. I don't know if you guys really understand what's happening with on passive. Then just leave it there. Carry on doing what you're doing, provided it's nothing criminal. Do it until when things are okay, you'll be happy. As I always say, he always says that if you stick if you stick with us, you'll be amazed, you'll be happy. So I don't have any reason to doubt him, because each time I look at him, I just see someone who is down to earth. I don't know how I can put it. A lot of strength. He just keeps doing what he knows best to help us. So at least the least we can do is to do our part.
Mhm.
Log in, talk about the company the best way we can. We learn from others, and
Mhm.
that's how it works.
Mhm. To me, there's nothing is free in this world. Even
Yeah,
if it is given free by the most generous people in the world, you still have to work it. You still have to put effort in it for it to grow.
a lot.
Right?
Yes.
Mr. Mufareh, at the very beginning, you pay $97 to get on the bus, to get on the car. You still have to do something, right?
Mhm.
But yet, he has given it back to us. That is his generosity to give it back to us.
Too much.
Yeah, it's so much what he has done. And then once he gave it back to us, if you just let it sit there, it doesn't grow anywhere. It's the same thing. If
Yeah.
you put a seed in the ground and you did nothing,
You don't pour water.
you don't pour water,
Yeah.
or I mean, if you let the force of the nature do it, yeah, it may grow, but
Hmm.
slowly, right? Very slowly. And that's the same thing. And a lot of the people don't see that process, right? They don't see that progress of doing something to make something grow. And now when they're coming back and they said, "Oh, I did this. I have a found a position. Where's the money?" Like, where's the money? There's no money grow on the tree for us. We
But
got to
I'm
do
sure.
something. There's products you have to purchase. There's products that you got to use, and the products that on passive has, it's everyone's needed.
Honestly,
So yeah, you really have to do something.
but it's just so strange that people have not got it up to now. So many founders are still lost. And then some of them is like the way they just left things for so long. Then it's like now that they are coming in and now that they are back on, they expect to see money. I'm like, where have you been? At least if you understand the challenges that we've been through, you know that everything is a process. And in technology, there's no room for error.
Yeah.
So let them do what they are doing, what they know best,
Yeah.
and just pray for them. That's all what you do.
Yeah, exactly. The best way to do is be patient,
Be
in love with
patient.
what you do, in love with what you do, and
Yeah,
own it. Own it in a way where once you own it, it's yours. What are you going to do with what some things you own for
that's
its
it.
growth?
Because the question they have no answers is answered once things kick off. What are they going to do? What will be the next step? Do they think that you will come online every day to educate people on what to do? You start doing other things with time because you have no time to go back to what you had done before.
Hmm.
All this time that you're putting your time, energy, and everything is to help us, the founders, people who don't understand things the way you do. At least when they come online, they watch your videos, they'll learn a thing or two that they'll take back home. They understand where the company is. But as the company moves forward, time waits for no one. That's what they say.
Yeah,
So they need to know where they are.
yes, exactly.
Mhm.
So, what are you looking forward to do with
Um,
OnPassive?
with Unpassive,
Hmm.
I want to do a lot of charity work. Let me say, give back. I'll try to give back. Like I said before, I would like to work with, disabled people.
Hmm.
I'll do some work with them. And then accounting and finance, like we talked before, I'll look in that area as well to do something online. So um, I'm talking to someone, my brother-in-law actually, to be precise, because he has done an online teaching and things like that. Because some of these things you need to know how to structure them
Right.
and what to do. Yeah, so I'll look into that as well, so that at least I'll do something in in my own field as well. But we do have accounting software and stuff like that as well with accounting. So I'll need to go into that a little bit to understand it better, and then
Yeah.
I'll know what to do. Yeah,
Yeah, that's amazing. Passive products are here for us to replace all the products.
honestly, we have everything. When
Yeah,
you look at the products, it's like, do the founders actually know what Mr. Mufareh has done?
yeah. It's brilliant.
It's mind blowing, Julie.
Yeah,
To be honest, when you look at the product, you're like, so I'm part of this. To be honest with you, Julie, I'm so grateful for this because it's like, sometimes you have this dream, but you don't these dreams, but you don't know how you're going to go about them. And then, someone comes from nowhere, he doesn't know you, and then he makes you to be part of something as big as this.
mhm,
People say that is God, to be honest.
yeah. Because on passive, we have a chance to actually get to know each other more.
Oh yeah,
we
very important.
we get to sit down and have a heart to heart conversation. What are your dreams? Do you want to go into your dreams a little bit?
My dreams. My dreams are all over the place. They change with time.
Yeah, me too. It's
Mhm.
okay. We can just plan it and work toward our dreams. Have you traveled around the world yet? Or
To
at
be to be honest with you,
mm-hmm.
I don't like flying. I've traveled a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Each time I'm on the plane,
Uh-huh.
this is something that most people don't understand. But my sisters, I think they get it now. It's like I can't sleep until I arrive.
Hmm.
I don't I don't know if I will change a little bit because I intend to travel a bit. There are a few places that I would really like to visit. But
Mm-hmm.
like I'm here in Europe, I've just visited 3 European countries and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really like each time I think of traveling is I don't feel comfortable.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
have many thoughts going
Yeah.
through my mind. So I'm like, okay,
I'll give you I'll give you one hack. I'll give you one hack. When you
okay.
go on there, you get yourself comfortable, relax, just chill. Take about 15 in and out, deep breath, in and out, right?
Yeah.
Keep doing that. It doesn't matter. Kind of like start tuning out what's outside, and then you can count 1 to 50, going back and forth. You just do that, and your brain's kind of like focusing on, oh, what's the next number, it's kind of like start doing that. I guarantee you. And for everyone who doesn't sleep very well at night, and you had to make yourself comfortable. My
Because
sleep.
I concur, there's a good job that I missed because it involved a lot of traveling.
Mm,
3 days in a week, you have to like travel back and forth.
mm,
And then I looked at the whole thing. It was good, but I was honest with them. I said, this will be an area that I'm going to have problems with. They
mm,
said, no, unfortunately, traveling is like more than half of what you'll be doing. I
yeah,
gave them up. It was sad though, because I was excited to do it, but they needed someone who could travel.
yeah, yeah. Maybe you try that hack and see if it worked.
I will hopefully, because like my New Year's resolution. Well, we are now still in August, but I plan to start traveling next year.
Mm,
Yes, I just next year at least I will travel say about 4 or 5 times. I will
mm,
start slowly and then
yeah.
see how it goes, because each time I think of traveling, I'm like, sometimes I make plans and then I just leave it quietly. When just the thought of
Mm,
flying, and during flights, to be honest, I don't feel comfortable. I don't
yeah.
sleep. I see people sleeping, but I can't go to sleep until I arrive my destination. So
Yeah. And sometimes another thing that I heard people say is talk to yourself. It's like, Julie, go to sleep. I do that often when I'm, like with on passive and everything that's coming,
yeah.
you kind of excited, you couldn't sleep. I just said, Julie, go to sleep. It's late. You need to rest. I kind of talk to myself that way. Yeah. And some magic reason. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this conversation. I am
No, I did.
really,
Hopefully, I feel more comfortable now.
yes, yes. And I'm glad that you're here.
No, I'm really grateful to be with you, Julie. To be honest, you're one of those, founders who've worked hard for this company.
Thank you.
Credit to you guys. Appreciate what you guys do, the time, the energy, and just know that you have a fun long time ago.
Yeah,
All the highs, the lows, the tears, the joy. I've always been behind the screen,
thank
and
you.
I love this company. I won't tell lies. It's infused with so much love, and I'm really, really grateful to be part of it.
Absolutely.
Then to our CEO, special message for you to tell him that we love him and we appreciate everything that he's doing. They say behind every successful man, there must be a woman. Not any type of woman. She must be another powerful woman as well.
Mhm,
So, so much gratitude to Mrs. Mufareh as well.
mhm.
I will continue to pray for them. Let him take his time. We'll wait. And when he tells us to jump, we'll jump. When he says sit, we'll sit. As we do, he's so down to earth, but we are grateful.
Absolutely. Well said. I
Yeah.
will make sure he gets a message.
Okay.
Thank you so much, sister. I love you.
I
And
love you so much, Julie.
you.
Thank you so much.
Thank
See you
you.
soon.
Take
and
care of yourself. Keep that smile on
hello
your
to,
face.
and hello to our brother,
Yay!
John
Yay!
White.
Tell Colin we love him.
Okay, I will say
Yeah,
hello to John White and Bill Musk for me as well.
I will do that.
Thank you, Julie.
Take
Bye
care.
bye.
You have a good
Bye.
day. Bye bye.
Okay.